Good afternoon. I'm from the International House of Japan, and I am responsible for a program. My name is Jimbo. Thank you very much for coming, JICA Ogata Research Institute, as well as the Institute of Geoeconomics International Forum, the Forum of Reconsidering the Role of ODA from the Perspective of Mutual Benefit. Thank you for attending. Both institutions, we are very, very grateful that we were able to co-host this forum. Furthermore, from foreign diplomacy, national security, economy, industry, and from the civil society, from diverse perspectives, we have people who are representative of these areas, which really represents the importance and the broadness of this theme. Globally, as you understand, international cooperation, such as international order, has been eroded and is becoming more complex and diversified. In other words, it's becoming multiplex. The economic national security tense, as well as the strategic of mutual dependency, as well as climate changes, as well as infections, food, energy, as well as debt issues, which are global issues, has become complex. As such, the ODA is the base of policy that supports orders, and I believe it requires rethinking. The Japanese government has set up the 2030 Corporation Charter, which is rule of law and open and fair society, and Japan's security as well as further prosperity is the purpose of the development, which is underscored. At the same time, the environment surrounding ODA has drastically changed. The OECD's 2035 preliminary measures, the ODA total amount has been reduced by 21.3% among these nations. So the bilateral ODA has fallen by 26%. Multinational ODA has reduced by 27%. On the other hand, for the other gap ODAs, it represents 13.3 billion yen. So the actors are becoming more diverse. The major donors are reviewing and the new actors are rising. The role of ODA has to strategically be rethought. Within that, what is sought for Japan, I believe, are two extreme directions, and to avoid that, one is that ODA we don't just put that as a philosophy. In other words, short-term transactions or just wanting short-term return, we do not evaluate the ODA. Japan's strength is, I believe, in the middle of all of that. To think of the counterpart as equal partner, respect that, and try to make them self-sufficient, and at the same time, make Japan's national security and safety most robust, as well as maintain international order. And I believe that is where Japanese ODA's value lies. I believe that mutual benefit, which is the theme of today's forum, this word itself, I believe, should be sought in that context. Mutual benefit is the benefit of the counterpart and yourself, and you do not mechanically add, but you think about the development and the stability of the counterpart will bring about the international order that is sought from Japan, and that will develop the peace and stability and prosperity of the world. How we plan this, I think, is going to be important. The development charter touches upon the human security through dialogue and cooperation, co-creation and co-development, as well as laws, transparency, as well as fairness to penetrate these rules, I think really steers that direction. When you think about that, what is sought for the role of ODA going forward, first off, is in this world which is divided, how we are able to ramp up the trust. Secondly, coming up with institutionalization as well as fostering people and be able to provide options as well as strategic self-sufficiency in our counterparts. And thirdly, for the private institutions, international organizations, civil societies, research we kind of combine that, and through these public interests, we are able to create new values. The Japanese Development Charter touches upon the collaboration of various actors as well as money from the private sector. Based on that, what we expect for today's forum is that through ODA, what kind of new values we are able to create against this question from the foreign diplomacy, economy, industry, from civil society, from the various perspective, we want to be able to mobilize and see how ODA can convey the message both here at home and abroad. I hope that we will have a very fruitful discussion, in particular, the power at the ground, and be able to connect the various actors. I believe that the role of JICA is going to be more important. I hope that for the donors as well as the recipient, I hope that we will be able to move forward from this past structure and be able to create a new values to the international society through our discussions today. For all of those who are participating and will be speaking, I would like to express my gratitude and would like to close my comments.